Today, what we are going to take up is something on how you can establish yourself in whichever place you want to be reborn. That's the whole idea. Okay, so then you can know it for yourself that you can land here. So the first question comes is that um, can you be able to land wherever you want? What do you think? Understanding that things are uncertain, but can you make it certain? Life is uncertain, but can you make it certain? No answer. Think. The aspect of life is uncertain. That means you will not get what you want. But here we are talking about getting what you want. That means from uncertainty, you're making it certain. Yeah, go ahead. Are you?
I guess if you remove unnecessary conditions for some scenario to happen, then it could never happen.
Right. So the basic idea, you're right, Aryu. So the basic idea is to change the condition. And to change the condition, you should know the condition. What condition will give you what and what condition will not give you what. That's why it is called Patisamatpada. That with this condition, this happens, with that condition not being there, no matter what you do, it will never happen. Okay, so be it good or bad or ugly, it's dependent on condition. If I don't know the condition, then I believe it is done by God. Otherwise, I'll believe that it is done through karma. Or it just happened, it's a random. I don't know. I don't know it is conditioned. And the conditioning is happening because of dependencies. And if I know how to make it self standing, dependent, this with this, just like you say a house, so you have a pillar and a column. Okay, so if you, as long as the ground is stable, it stays. As long as place is the place is fixed, like Bangalore or some other place, as in Mountain View in case of Ariu or Manchester, or whichever place you are from. As long as it is fixed and as long as the coordinates, latitude, longitude is there, it's fixed, right? What do you think? True or untrue? Or do you hunt for your house every day? Now, Madhulika, if you are coming to Pune, you know that Pune exists and the flight is going to land in Pune. What if the pilot were not to find Pune? Then where would he land? And how will he take off if there was no Manchester or London or whatever it is? So basically, what we are trying to do now is to get that condition, matching that condition. And then you are there. Just like I can only go to Australia tomorrow if I have a visa. No matter my wish is that I need to be in Australia is not going to work out because I don't have visa. No matter somebody wants to get me the ticket or I myself want to buy the ticket. Why? It doesn't match the condition. If that condition is met, then the second thing it has to meet is that dependency of that condition itself. It means it should be in such a way that this condition, when added to this condition, it creates a dependency and it locks itself like this. Now it's together. So when it is together, then I can fly to Australia or fly to Brisbane tomorrow, because the meeting the basic premise or the condition. In that way, it's much better. So I can now say confidently, I will land in Brisbane with all certainty. I am landing in Brisbane, right? Or do you think it's wrong? What do you think? You have to speak. Otherwise, I don't have anything to speak. I'm not talking about you, Madhulika, anyone. So,
That's right. But I have a question here. Sir, you spoke about near shore and far shore.
yes.
So again, why are we categorizing that Brisbane and this way? Is it like we are aiming low, right? We are not looking for the full set, and then you are saying that okay, we want to be reborn again, kind of. Sorry if
Yes, absolutely. Everybody cannot get extinguished. That's for sure. The idea is to get extinguished, but it's not that you can get extinguished just because you think you can extinguish. No, you have to bring in the necessary condition. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have that as a goal. Yes, agreed. But how do you reach there? Just like I want to be in London, and how do I get there? You tell me, how do I get to London? You could say, take a flight. How do I take a flight? I should book a flight. How do I book a flight? Get your visa. How do I get a visa? Apply for the visa. So the first condition to meet is the visa. Not that I can't be in London. The first requirement for getting into Nibbana is you should be able to land where you want. Otherwise, how will you know where you are? So the first landing point is Sotapanna. And then only you know that I've landed there. So now that will lead me to London or wherever, whichever place. Correct? So my basic question for myself is, have I landed in Sotapanna? Have I landed as Sakadagami? Have I landed as Anagami? Then have I landed as Arhat? Or am I daydreaming or just wishing? Wish I was a Sotapanna. Like wish I was in London. Somebody shows me a photograph. Or in fact, at my house, I don't know whether you saw it or not. I have that bridge. So one of my ex-colleagues, she went to London with her husband, and she asked me, "What shall I bring you?" I said, "Whatever you think," and she got me that. But that kept there in the showcase doesn't make me go there. So if somebody gives me a book of Sotapanna, that doesn't make me a Sotapanna just because the book says how to become Sotapanna in 5 days or 7 days. No, it doesn't. It's just like that bridge, what you saw at my home. It's there. But have I seen London? No, I have landed in London, Heathrow, agreed. But I've not been in London at all. I have not seen Lords, nor have seen Manchester, nor have seen this, that. Nothing I've seen of UK. I've not gone to any Scottish land or whatever. So I don't know. Honestly, I can see it on the YouTube videos and all that, but it's still virtual. I'm not landed. So this sutta is about how do you land there. You have to prepare conditions. So the first condition is visa. Now, if you ask me, isn't that a lower fruit thing? Yes, that's a starting fruit. Isn't it or not? So first I need to have that. I need to eat that fruit and say, okay, nice. Then I can go to the next Next step. So basically, I need to look at it. So how do you go? How do you get there? Is the question. How do you get to Manchester or London? First, I need to have visa. So first, before visa, I need to apply for visa. Before applying for visa, I need to have the money in my bank account to apply for the visa. Otherwise, they're not going to give me anyway. So that's the starting step. I need to have money, not the wish. Can be anybody giving me money, that's okay. But I need to have money, or I need to have my own money. That means my own punya, or somebody doing it for me. Doesn't matter. But I need to have. What do you think is my question. So there are two suttas, MN6 and MN120, which we will be going through. I don't think so we will go through the entirety. But this is the something what you need to know, that you have to create condition. And when the condition gets created, you are there. So first step, we will take Akankeya Sutta, MN6. Okay. Now what are we going to do in Akankeya Sutta is to find the conditions. Just like I want to apply, or rather, I want to do a course, or I want to take a technology training, or whatever. Am I qualified? The first thing is qualification, without which it doesn't work out. The first condition to be met is qualification, not wish. Oh, I wish. Qualify. First, you have to qualify. If I qualify, then I have to do the second one to bring in the proper conditions, which can be called as opportunities. And I have to grasp that opportunity. And then it flies there. The opportunity is like air. So you exactly put your thing at the right time. The air will pick up that current and pushes you there. So you are there. So I was in this shore. Now I've gone to that shore. Even for liberation, you need to do that. From this shore to that shore. That's the reason it's called Tathagata. One has moved from this shore to that shore. You have to do that. And since you named your son Tathagata, he has to cross the shore. He can't stand in this shore and say that, okay, let the shore come to me. I don't want to go anywhere. No, you have to cross the shore. You have to move from here to there. And the difference between Tathagata and a normal person is the normal person comes back, that is his consciousness, comes from this shore to that shore to that shore to this shore. In the case of Tathagata, when it lands up there, there's no coming back. Okay, now let's take this concept which is created in the Shraddha, or offering to the departed. They have created a concept. The concept is that the cow will come in between the river. It's called Vaitarani river. That means there's a meaning for that, but I know people have forgotten about it. Vaitarani means suffering. So a cow will come and stand in between, wherein the tail represents the being which is holding on to the life, and that side is ending of samsara. So if it falls into the river, it will have to go through the same process again. So if its mind is established in such a way that it holds on to this, the tail of the cow, and the cow, what it does is that it will shake off the tail, and this being will cross over and land on the other side. And when it lands on the other side, there's no way it can come back. So let's say my father is dead. So when I give a cow, whether live cow or a golden cow or a bronze cow or silver cow or whatever cow that is, as a symbolization during the ceremony, the idea is that soul, my father, would hold on to the cow. And once the priest says that he's ready, so he jumps from this shore to the other shore. Whereas what Buddha says is that, have you created that condition in the first place? Or are you just dreaming that it will happen? And 99.9999997% it will not happen. Because before departing, you need not put the conditions in a proper way. It will never happen. So the vipassana here is that, did I do the condition right? This entire sutta is on that. To have a proper condition. Ensure that you're qualified. Who is qualified? That vijnana, which is going to now depart from this place to the other place, as qualified before break of the body. Body is a shell. Through that shell has five senses. That five senses which it can experience. It can have six kind of conscious experiences. Has it created appropriate conditions? Or is he dreaming or she dreaming that automatically it will happen? So when I say automatically happen, it means there are three things. One, God will take care. God has brought me here. It's a responsibility of the God to take care. I am born out of karma. Everything I do, good, bad, ugly, is due to karma. So when I depart, karma will take care. I've landed here because I don't know how. So since I don't notice how, whatever happens, happens. Let me enjoy and let it go. Okay. Now, what I do actually is find the conditions. So, what is the conditions I'm going to do? So he says, Sile vivas paripurikari ajattakam cheto samatha manyutto aniragata jhano vipassanaya samannagato bruheti shunyagaranam. So let's break it down sentence by sentence. Silesu eva assa paripurikari. So he fulfills the sila. So 227 for the monks and the remaining for the lay follower. 8 or 10 or 5 or whatever it is. ensure you follow. Make sure that you follow, no matter what happens. Somebody follows, doesn't follow. You're in a country which doesn't follow. You're in a religion which doesn't follow. You're in a tradition which doesn't follow. You're in a support system which doesn't follow. But you follow. Don't break. It's your landing ground. You are in a condition which is not the right condition. So you have to create a condition which is the right condition. So that's all what it is. There's no point in blaming this condition. That doesn't help you. But you have to create a proper condition. Simple. So what should I do? You have 5 precepts, follow. You want to take 8 precepts, follow. You want to take 10 precepts, follow. You want to become a monk, follow. Absolutely fair. But don't now comment that being a monk is the best thing and this one is not the best thing. No, nothing like that. It's a landing ground for everyone. It's not specific to a lay follower or a recluse. No. Same. Absolutely same. The only difference is the lay follower is going to have more problems coming on his way because he has to take care of the family obligation, whereas a recluse doesn't have to do that. Other than that, the conditions are set. So what Buddha says in this sutta is, he says, Sile su eva assa paripurikari. Then the next one, Ajjatakam cheto samatha manyutto. Ajjatakam, internal. Cheto, chitta, mind. What you want the mind should be. He says, samatha manyutto. First things first, samatha, not vipassana. First things first, samatha. Tranquility, peace within the mind, the breath watching. That's it. That's the condition. Now you can't say, no, you don't want this condition, I don't. Okay, your choice. It's your choice. You want to do what you want, you do it. It's your landing ground. You're creating a landing ground. It's up to you how you want to land the rocket there. You can't just complain. You can't just say that, how do I find time? And this breath watching, closed eyes, this one, that one. Nothing. Nothing like that. You want this? Qualify. It's your choice. How you qualify? These are the things to be done. He says clearly, get into samatha. Ajjatakam cheto samatamanyukto. Anirakata jhano. Nirakata means rejected. Anirakata means unrejected jhana. Meaning, can't say I will not enter into jhana. Simple. Some people get this foolish notion. Shouldn't enter into jhana. It's not required. Maybe they should read this sutta to get to know what you should do. You should get into all the 4 jhanas. Samma samadhi, 4 jhanas. It's required. That's a requirement. It's not my requirement. I've got nothing to do with it. I am not proposing this requirement. It is a requirement. If you have this, you create the ground. You don't have this. It's like somebody saying, I want to be a vice president of a company. Fair. Good idea. Qualify. Now, that's one part I don't want to. Okay. But if somebody asks, tell me the qualification, I will do it. This is what you need to have. You decide. No, these are the things I don't have. I don't have leadership ability. I don't have this ability. I don't have that ability. Build it. So you get on to the leadership trainings, you qualify there, the certification or whatever it is, apply it on the job, show that you have leadership skills. Simple. Then you need to have strategic thinking, not the tactical thinking. There's the way to strategize. Do you know how to strategize? What is the meaning of strategy? Game plan. Do you know how to have a game plan on how this can be done? There will be people who don't like something. You have any game plan how to convince them for a common goal? Do you have a common goal in the first place? I don't know. Then you don't qualify. Simple. Can I have assistant vice president? No, you can't. You don't qualify. But I want to be. Please qualify. Tell me your strategy. Tell me 3 strategies: business strategies, functional strategies, technological strategy. How do you do it? I don't know. Okay, don't know. Then learn. No, I'm too late for learning. Then be on the role what you have been given. Be happy with it. You can't go further. No, I want to grow. Please do it. No, I can do this much only. Sorry, sir. In the same way, there's no negotiation for jhana. You can't. You just can't say, I will not enter into jhanas. Sorry. You don't qualify. So he says here in that sutta, MN6, Anirakata jhano, vipassanaya samannagato. This is a beautiful one. Without jhana, there can't be vipassana. It's a master stroke of Buddha. You get minusing the jhana into vipassana, not going to work. Your engine itself is not there. Forget about flying. So you can't sit on the flight. Unfortunate, both one. Then bruheta shunyagaranam. Bruhi means speak. So to speak. Make it shunyagara. Get into emptiness of the mind. So these are the 5 conditions that needs to be met. Starting with sila, then samatha, then jhana, then vipassana, then shunyata. 5. Now you decide. Sir, can I not watch the arising and passing of sensation? Yes, absolutely fair. You can. But that's just the starting point. Can I not establish 5 precepts? Yes, sir. That's correct. But what next after that? What about the second one? Samatha. That I've been told not to do. Okay, fair. Don't do. But I want to directly enter into Vipassana. Okay, fourth step, try. You want to jump from first step to the fourth step. Fair, try. Maybe, who knows, you might. Which you will never, but who knows, try. Like somebody applying for BP position because it's there, can apply. But you don't qualify. No, I'll again apply. Fair ground. Apply. There's no problem in applying. Apply. Who knows? Might get it. Yeah, who knows? Apply. But I think it's only for monks. No, nothing to do with monks. It's for an individual who is wanting to establish the next existence, which is right here, right now, not sometime later. Now. So these are the four things, or five things that needs to be done. So then, if I do something like that, and I have a regular discipline, then I can start on MN6. That takes till end of it, meaning till Arhat. Step by step by step by step by step. It takes me there. Why I took out this sutta is this is exactly the one we'll be doing it in as practice in Nagpur or whatever, or here in Australia. That's a process. So those people who have this confusion, that's only this one I need to do, will get clarity. The remaining things are the same. Meaning if you get it here means if you have these five, and then you know that you can continue on that path. So along with that, the MN 120 talks about Silena, Sutena, Chagena, like that. Saddha, that five things, which is also there in Uposatha Sutta, the five things. Saddha, Sila, Sutta, Chaga, Panya, five things. So this five plus that five taken together will get you there. You will never have uncertainty at all. The nature is anicca, dukkha, anatta, subha. But with this, you can make it nicca, sukha, atta, subha. This is very weird, right? It's really weird. That's the reason Buddha Dhamma is paradoxical. The nature is anicca. Two types which I have spoken. One is uncertain or arising and passing away, which is impermanent. Where? If it is impermanent or if it is uncertain, it leads to dukkha. Because I don't know what's going to happen. It's dukkha, suffering. Anatta, because you can't do anything now. You're helpless. Basically helpless. That means there's no free will. There's nothing called free will. So many traditions, different traditions, talk about no free will. So they become predestined. Don't have a choice. Because every thought, deeds, and words are predestined. So you'll get a situation, you'll start doing that. You get a situation, you start doing that. Let's say I'm in a place where I need to tell lies. I don't want to tell lies, but I am supposed to tell lies. Yeah. I'm in a place where I don't like bribing, but I'm in a place I need to bribe, so I bribe. I'm in a place where I have to kill. I don't want to kill, but I've been asked to kill, so killing. I'm in a place where stealing, and I don't want to steal, but I'm asked to steal. To steal. I'm in a place where don't want to have sexual misconduct, but what to do? The situation is such that I need to have sexual misconduct. Like that. So what to do? I'm helpless. And that means no free will is helplessness. So many traditions, many religion have this thinking that this no free will. God has to give you that, otherwise nothing else can happen. Maybe true. So everything is dependent on God. Or the karma binds me. Everything is karmic. Everything is karmic. Even my good deeds are karmic, bad deeds are karmic. Taking this decision is karmic. There's no decision. The decision is karmic. Studying is karmic. No studying is also karmic. Getting job is karmic. Not getting job is karmic. Getting a visa is karmic. Not getting visa is karmic. Going to shit is also karmic because I'm eating and then I'm going to shit because it is karmic. It's my karma, right? So I have to go and shit. I have to go and urinate. It's karmic. So everything is defined by my karma. Or the third one, ahetukavada, which means no cause. I don't know the cause. It's random. It's something which is happening automatically. It's an autopilot. Wishing or not wishing is not going to do anything to me. So I can't do anything. So what Buddha stood up is against all of these three approaches. And he said, get the condition right, you will get it. It's not what you believe, it's what is put in a right way that going to be happening. Just like if you are staying in a particular city, that city should first exist. And then only you can stay in that city. If that city itself is not existing, where will you stay? If there were no airport which is going to stay there from the time it was constructed, then a plane can land. Otherwise, where will it land? If an international space station has to go and land in space, that means that place should be there with that latitude, longitude, and all of that, and then only it can land. Right? That means there is a way to make it certain. Right? It's uncertain. Agreed. It's impermanence. Agreed. But if there's something is impermanent, so something should be permanent then only it can turn impermanent. If something is uncertain, there should be something which is certain. It can't be that there's nothing called certainty. It can't be one-sided. It's always two ways, two things. A coin flipping. If you have heads, you should have tails behind. The coin behind, something should be there. You can't say, no, there's nothing. It can't happen. It's two faces of the same coin. Agreed. There's only one coin, but two faces. If one face is impermanent, there should be another face which is permanent. If one face is dukkha, suffering, there should be something which is sukha. If one face is anatta, there should be something which is atta. If one face is asubha, then there should be another one which is subha. How can it be that a coin can have only one face? So this sutta gives clarity that you can establish the consciousness where it where you want it to land, and it will land there. So to land there, you require these 5 things. One is sila, one is samatha. These two to begin with. Correct. Then when I have that, I get into jhana, then vipassana. These 4. Because of that, these two comes, jhana and vipassana. Then I make it shunyagara, empty. So to get into emptiness, I require these 4. So if we don't have ability to watch the breath, fail. If we have no ability to be in jhana, fail. No, I want vipassana. Not possible. But I will do. Okay, please. Go ahead. It's your wish. Go ahead. But the question to be asked is, are you certain now you're a sotapanna? You will know the truth. You will yourself know the truth. You can't say no, only monks will become sotapanna, no lay follower. That's your viewpoint. Appreciate it. Fair. Keep it. It's your viewpoint. How can we become? Your viewpoint. Why? Because you know you are not met the condition. Otherwise, you won't have this question. Same thing with the other 4 or the other 3. So you decide what you want. If you give reasons to yourself, I don't think so. Fair. Agreed. Another question. Somebody comments that you are not a sotapanna or a sakadagami, anagami, this, that. No problem. Fair from their point of view. Because you are not doing for somebody, you are doing for yourself. Somebody has got nothing to do with it. Like a company has taken you as assistant vice president or vice president or whatever it is, or CEO, has got nothing to do with anyone. Some person can say, I don't know how he became a CEO. Fair. That's his problem, not your problem. You met the condition in that organization, so you became a CEO. You met the condition in that organization, you became a VP or a president or whatever it is. It's got nothing to do with what others think about you. Others can think 100 things, or they might even come and fight with you. Doesn't matter. What's your problem? So why should that person react to somebody who is going to tell that whether you're a sotapanna or a sakadagami or an anagami or arhat, because you're not doing for somebody, you're doing for yourself. And how do you do it? This is the way to do it. If somebody asks, how do you know? Just give the sutta. That's it. Just gift him MN6. Ask him to follow it. That's it. And if he does that, ask him to do MN120. That's it. Don't have to argue. Don't have to do anything. Just have a smile and gift him these two. Please do as per this and come back. And 99% he will not come back because he won't know what to do there. So he will not come back. And you don't have to be disturbed by somebody telling something about you. Where? Can happen. Because if you are a Sotapanna, it is you who is Sotapanna. It's not he or she is Sotapanna. So it's got nothing to do with anyone. It's your problem. You are in dukkha. You're finding the solution to dukkha. So whoever is having a dukkha should find a solution for himself. If somebody is not in dukkha, then they don't have to find anything. They might feel happy in arguing. But why should you argue? All that you need to do is to point him to this place. Boss, don't argue with me. It's a waste of time between you and me. Just do as per this. Do me a small favor. Just do as per this. If you have any question, get back to me. But otherwise, this is very self-explanatory. Good. So when he comes back or she comes back, ask this question. Have you established sila completely? Now, four things are going to come out of this. There's pisuna vacha, it's gone. If there is harsh speech, it's gone. Sampapalapa, it's gone. Musavada is gone. Done. Or abhijja, excess desire, gone. Vyapada, ill will, gone. Because when they come and ask you, the way they put their tone shows that they're upset. So the vyapada is there. Do you want to reply? No need. So just leave him there. Don't have to reply. Don't have to do anything. That's exactly what Buddha is saying in this sutta. You find your landing. You don't find anybody else landing. They will land where they want to land. But you land where you want to land. It's you who has to land, not somebody else. If you think, I want to help the other person, no, you just cannot. Because you can't do sila for others. It's your sila. You can't get into samatha for others. It's your samatha. You can't get into jhana for others. It's your jhana. You can't get into vipassana for others. It's your vipassana. You can't get into this shunyata for others. It's your shunyata. Wish you could have done that. Plus then other five. Again, saddha. It's not somebody's saddha. It's your faith. He has his faith, you have your faith. In his faith, he or she feels you're not a sotapanna. Where? What's your problem? I don't have to put a board, I'm a sotapanna. That's why the reason I was asking Veena, why did she message in that global Dhamma group that so and so is an arhat and this person arhat? That's not required. It unnecessarily creates unwanted questions and concerns and all of that, and you don't have to reply. But why? Just leave it. And that's the reason nobody talks about attainments, because this creates controversy. But anyway, it's good to have some controversy spare. So Veena, don't take it too personally that I'm asking you, but it's fine. Fine. So when we do something, that other person will ask. If he asks, give him MN6 and MN120. That's it. and leave it. And if he persists, give him MN 122, sorry, 112, Chabbisoodana Sutta. Give him. Please read it, do it for yourself. May you get whatever. So, basic difference between other tradition, other religion, to what Buddha teaches is that there is a condition. You meet the condition, you're there. Don't meet the condition, no matter what you do, you will not get it. Very simple, very effective. That's the reason it's called Paticca Samutpada, dependent origination. It is originated dependent on the condition. Have a condition, meet that requirement, you're there. As an example, in the worldly life, if you take, Aryu is an American citizen, born in China, but studied in America, and he became an American citizen. I'm born in India, been to the United States, but I'm not an American citizen. Simple. If I want to become an American citizen, I need to meet the requirements. Whether I like it, I dislike it, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I need to meet the requirement. The requirement is not met. Sorry. No matter what I feel about it, I can say there's no point in going to America. That doesn't change anything at all. So it's not about rejectionist attitude is going to get me that. Or it is not something like I love that place and I want it. No. It's nothing to do with liking or disliking. It's about meeting the condition. You meet the condition and you are there. Don't meet the condition, you cannot be there. So what to do? We'll just meet the condition. No, I can't. Sorry then. Like if I take 2024 when I got the American visa, I had earlier visa. If I'd applied then, I would have had the drop box. I didn't have to go to the consulate. So I waited for it to expire. And then I waited more than 3 years to go for renewal. So what happened? It's treated as new visa. So what should happen? You should again go back to the consulate as a new person. You should stand in the line and get it done. Otherwise, I could have just dropped the passport here. Within 3 days, I'd have got the visa. Then the question comes, why I didn't do? And at that time, the thinking is, who will go to America? Fine. Now you got an opportunity. Okay. You can't just wish to meet the condition. You have to go to the consulate. That's a condition. You have to pay the fees. That's a condition. You have to book your train ticket. The condition. You have to stay somewhere. In a condition. Then go to the consulate, stand in the line, go through the interview, then get the visa, then fly. This much has to be done. You see how many steps are there just to land in America. Same. You get Sila, get into Samatha, get into Jhana, get into Vipassana, get into emptiness. That's it. This I didn't want this to be missed on the last day here before we go to Australia and then start our workout session. That's it. I had. I'm not going through the entire sutta detail that we will do it when we are there for the practice. But this much we need to have. Yes, Madhukarji.
No, that's it. Sadhu, sadhu for such a well explained thing. So since last 1 month, I was really trying to understand. Mm, they just elaborated very nicely, so that gave me the very good clarity. Um, Actually, like whatever the other says, we don't take their understanding as our understanding. ना ना इन्होंने ऐसा बोला तो मेरे ऐसा होगा. So we have to choose our own landing place. And till now, I was looking for the RNA outside. I was root of the tree. I was searching outside. I was searching for the shunya garden, like room and seclusion. So ultimately, when I realized that I'm just looking at the five elements outside, the brick and concrete and room and door and complete silence and jungle around. So since last 1 month, I'm just realizing that everything is myself within me. The five elements are within me also. The root of the trees are also within me. So I'm like alive, walkable, walking, talking Shunyakar myself. So that's a very good perception feel I get. So whenever I sit, whenever I stand, whenever I walk, whenever I sleep, I'm in Shunyakar. So of course I have to come out of the door for social activities. Okay, I'm design as a professor, go lecture, come back to the Shunyakar. So when I go home, go to the shop market, I act like a husband, buy 1 kilo of potato, again come back to the Shunyagar. So
Correct.
slowly I started doing these activities through the window itself. I don't want to go outside the door. So whenever Rina calls me as a husband, just peep out of the window. Yes, finish the thing. Yes, come back. So slowly, my stay in the Shunyagar is increasing, and so, when I reflect myself, I see myself as a mirror. So I feel slowly there is nothing outside. I mean, it is just the person who is watching and doing dancing and doing drama inside. He only sees the thing what is outside. So it's a good to be in Dhamma created Shunyaka. It's a very appreciable and very thankful to be in this group, and hope that when I see everybody, including Vinay Madam also, that is a promoter and pusher of me to be there in Bangalore and we get associated with you all. Thanks to that. And thanks, I'm very lucky to be in this group. So slowly my perception towards other things like Goenkaji or monks is becoming so clear that I just even I wish 100 times I tried this since last one. I tried to be agnostic, opposite, doing a strong hatred towards outside. Hey, गोयका जी का ऐसा है, वो ऐसा है, वो ऐसा है. That are literally dissolved on zero. Like rather, I feel they should see the perceive and see and practice the Dhamma, what the real the Buddha had said. So that much transformation I see myself, I feel myself blissful. Thank you for that.
Mangal ho. Good. Nice. So these are the five things we need to have. Start with Sila, then get into Samatha, get into Jhana, get into Vipassana, create Shunyagara. That's it. Then when you have these five, you can land wherever you want. Because you created the condition. Now nobody can shake that. at all. So we don't have to go and ask, whom should I, where should I, have I reached here, I have reached there. It's self-revealing. Don't have to do anything. If somebody comments, says something, fair, absolutely fair. No problem. Why I should react? That it's not about having a ego. It's about nothing can be done. Everybody has their own viewpoint. Fair. But if somebody asks, how? MN6, MN 112, MN 120. You can give to them. Please enjoy. All in Majjhima Nikaya. If they come back, good. They don't come back. Especially Archana here. Yesterday she was disturbed. So in fact, I had forgotten to cover this in Hindi's session and we closed it without that. I thought we good if I take it today. So in the evening, I'll again have this session so that, especially in the Indian context, there's a lot of varied questions and varied opinions, varied groups and varied, now it's WhatsApp groups and this and that or whatever it is. It's pathetic. So for those people, out of compassion, you can give them this and say that, go and search it for yourself. And if they do it, good for them. If they don't do it, fine. But as a person, I shouldn't get affected by it. Because their opinion is their opinion. I don't have to be having an opinion about it. That's it. I need to know where it is mentioned in the sutta. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Archana ji, hope you got an answer to what you should do next.
Yes, sir. Yes, absolutely.
So now you can gift to all those people who write to you.
Yes, I'm going to do that.
And then don't waste your energy on answering to their questions.
Yes, yes.
Okay, should we end for the day then and then meet from Brisbane on Monday, 1 p.m. Brisbane time and 8:30 here. Yes,
Happy journey, sir.
thank you.
Thank you, sir. Wish you a safe travel.
Thank you. Any questions before we close? I still have time. I'm not having any problem with time unless you have a problem.
Sir, you had already landed there, so it's just a happy journey to your body.
Yeah, thank you. I didn't fly to land anywhere.
Yeah,
Not
physically.
physically you can take this body just like you take the chair and keep it there, and from that chair you pull it in, put it here. Something similar to that.
Yes.
Just land wherever, put the body. It's going to do the same thing. You just either sit, make it sit, stand, walk, or sleep.
Your mind, chitta, emotion, including the other group people who are awaiting for you, you're already there. Only your physical body has to arrive there.
Yeah, and physical body can arrive easily because there is no strain. The moment I sit in the flight, off. That's it. Done. And you open your eyes, you are in Sydney. Switch off, switch on. And then no strain on the body. Oh my goodness. It's 4.5 hours time. Just be fresh, land. Start your Dhamma from then. That's it. Non-stop. So jhanas are uh, very much a requirement. So I was very happy that what I had known earlier is what Buddha also says. There's one fun thing happened in Sri Lanka that one monk told me, you shouldn't practice jhanas. It was like not a slap on my face. It was looking like, how the person who been talking with me for so many months, his discourses are so good. I've gone to meet him and he gave me a cold shoulder saying that, you shouldn't do jhanas. I think you've gone wrong. I said, okay, fine. Maybe he says, fair. So it was like a bubble bursting because I had a different opinion of Sri Lanka. That everybody is a Buddhist and everybody knows the Buddha teaching and so much of imagination. When I landed there and looking at that Thero talking to me, then I felt strange because all suttas talk one thing and he talks another thing. Fair, fair as per him. Like that. So when you see the sutta which tells you what to do, you stop relying on others. There's no need because all that you're going to get is in the Dhamma, which is in the sutta. Just do that. Like even Buddha says, don't follow me, follow the Dhamma. So we have to remember Vakkali Sutta. That Vakkali is an old man. He's almost about to die. And four people lift him up to go and meet the Buddha. So Buddha comes out. He's old also. And he says, what are you here in search of an old man? Then he says, I've come to meet Samma Sambuddhasa, all that thing. He says, no, Vakkali, you don't have to do that. Yo mam pasati, so dhammam pasati. Yo dhammam pasati, so mam pasati. One who sees the Dhamma sees the Buddha. One who sees the Buddha sees the Dhamma. And in the same way, in the Mahahattipada Upama Sutta, Sariputta says, where does the Dhamma is found? If somebody says, I want a teaching, where do you find it? So the answer to that is, yo patisamutpadam pasati, so dhammam pasati. Yo dhammam pasati, so patisamutpadam pasati. So these are the 5 conditions. If you meet, you will establish where you want. This being, this comes to be. With the arising of this arises. With this not being, this will not come to be. With the cessation of this ceases. That's the formula. So just put it there. If saddha being, sila being, chaga being, and then sutta, that is knowing the Dhamma, then panya being, you decide where you want. You'll you'll go and land there only. Nothing to be believed. Maybe. No. Like Hindi word shayad. No, not maybe. You will. Maybe God will take care of me. Maybe karma will take care of me. Create a condition. That's it. Sankata. Conditioned. and the condition works, you're there. Okay, have a good conditions, necessary conditions, you will be there. Don't get entangled in people's views, points, and other things. Just ignore, leave it. That's not a right condition. Their views are their views. You don't have to have a view. Okay, then good day, good night. Catch you on Monday.